This is a 2006 Mustang GT that I bought from a salvage auction. I paid $775 for this one. That's I thought I was going to use it for a parts car because it looks like didn't have any major body damage on it. When I bought it, didn't have any keys, and it wasn't running. So I was just going to use it for the parts because it looked like it was a lot of good parts on there. As you can see, originally when I bought it, it had stripes on it. Maybe it's hard to see on there, but I pulled the stripes off. The stripes are right here. Someone had put them on there. It looked like electrical tape, so I just pulled them off. Whoever did the stripes on the car did a really cheap job. You could see right here, if you look carefully, it looks like they took a razor blade and they cut the tape, and it's like they actually cut into the paint, so they damaged the paint putting on the stripes. I think it looks better without the stripes because the stripes weren't original. So they had stripes on the roof, and the stripes went all the way to the back too. It has the wheels on there, I think, are from a newer Mustang. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's like a 2018 to 2023 Mustang, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But they are not original wheels. That I'm sure of. So, as you can see, it doesn't have any major body damage. It's pretty straight. It had a wing on the back, which I pulled off. That's why it looks so nasty back here in the back. And you can see where the remnants of the stripes were. I pulled the stripes completely off. The bumper cover on the back is kind of messy, so that would need to be repainted. But I'm surprised how good this is for the price I paid. It's actually not too bad. You see no body damage that I can see anywhere. It's just paint is all messed up, but that's not as bad as having like dents or any kind of something that's bent out of shape. So in the trunk, so you can see the original spoiler that was on the back. So that was the spoiler that was on the car. I took it off because it wasn't original. And I didn't really like the way it looked. So I was going to put get another spoiler and put it on the back. It doesn't have the original taillights either. So I'll put the spoiler back in here for now. And I'm not sure who owned this car before, but he left his coat in the back. So I'll probably just throw this out. And he left some of his clothes back in here too. Let's see what else he has. Well, I guess he worked as a valet, MJ Valet, wherever that is. So I'll close this up. So what I did when it didn't have any keys, but as you can see now I do have a set of keys. When I bought it, I had it towed to a shop, and the guy, he's a really friendly guy. He programmed the keys, so now it has a set of keys. And when he programmed the keys, everything came on. It looks like it was. They said it didn't run, but he said the only problem was the starter. So I went out and I bought a starter. Here's the old one. I replaced it today, just before I made this video. And it was pretty easy to put in. It only took me maybe 45 minutes to put in. And when I went to start it up, it started right up. I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like, or it sounds like. And here's the interior. It's not too bad. It's got a little bit of an odor of some sort, but a lot of these Mustangs tend to have a little bit of an odor. It's not too bad, but might need some disinfecting to get it out of there. The seats I just have the seats down in the back. They're there. I just don't feel like folding them up. So they look pretty good too. So it's an automatic. And when I start it up. And it starts up. Looks pretty good. So it seems to idle pretty well. Maybe a little bit of a rough idle. But I'm not getting any error codes, but I did have to clear the computer. Or I did clear the computer when I put in the starter because I had disconnected the battery, no I'm not sure if it has no airbag warning lights. So the radio is still in there. That's not the original radio, of course. But the glass is all good. There's nothing really wrong with this car. It just looks pretty decent. The seats are a little dirty. So maybe it's hard to tell. Maybe a little bit of, they said that there's some weather damage, so maybe this was in a flood or something. I'm not sure, but it doesn't really look that bad. So the back here. Running pretty good. The exhaust looks pretty good on the underside. Close this. I'm not seeing any leaks. The underside of the car, when I was under there, when I was putting the starter in, it looks really good. Looks pretty straight. There's no rust. I'll show you the engine. Let's see. So I'm gonna open up the hood here. So the engine's good. It was a little low on oil, but I added some oil. It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any coolant leaks that I can see. It does, like I said, it seems to have a little bit of a rough idle there, like it's kind of hesitating a little bit. So, but no air hose yet. Brake cylinder looks good. So, engine doesn't seem to have any oil leaks or anything. Pretty quiet. So for $775, this doesn't seem like too bad of a car. I'll walk around on this side so you can see it. It sounds like they pulled the mufflers off of it. It's pretty loud, so a lot of people tend to pull the mufflers off, I've noticed. But there's a little bit of, the front here does have a little bit of, like this is a little loose, but that's nothing, that can be fixed pretty easily. That's the only, as far as the body goes, I don't see anything that's really major though. So I'm gonna close the hood back up. There we go. That's pretty solid. And so I'll go in here and I'll put in gear. So I'm going to leave the door open when I do this. I'll back it up. Oops. There we go. Carefully back the car up a little bit. And I'm going to put it in gear. I'm going to hit the gas. Yeah, it spins its tires. So this thing's got some power. It's not I'm not seeing anything really wrong with this thing. So anyway, like I said, it's a 2006 Mustang GT. Paid $775 for it. I had to get a new set of keys programmed for it and replace the starter. Otherwise, I haven't done anything to it except for removing the stripes and the spoiler. And I think it's a pretty decent car. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use it for parts, or maybe I'll just go ahead and use it to, maybe I'll fix it up or something. Anyway, thanks for watching.